Have you ever wanted to let go of certain feelings or emotions that you know are weighing you down and stopping you from advancing to your goals? Have you ever felt like you're really struggling to let go of a certain situation or a certain circumstance that is just really causing you a lot of pain in your life and a lot of resentment? Do you feel like no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, that you just can't shake off the negative energy or the negative thoughts that you're having? Well, that's good, because I'm making this video for you. Because honestly, this is something that I struggled with for a very long time, and it stopped me. It really impeded my path of getting to my goals. And I figure if you guys are watching this channel, you're either going through this right now or you're going to be going through this at some point in the future. So I'm going to give you guys in this video really just 6 steps to really let go of those negative emotions, let go of your past circumstances that are getting in your way, that are stopping you from getting to your goals. And I'm going to show you how to get past all that. Let's go. Now, y'all know I don't like to play no games, so let's just get right into it. Let's stop playing around with it. The first thing I recommend you do is to really just stop running from your feelings. I know what it's like in our society. You're supposed to be this manly man. You're taking all these red pills. You got to be the alpha male. Well, I'm telling you right now, for this step, stop running from your emotions. This is a time where we actually need to feel those emotions. We need to let it happen. And if you are running from your emotions, this is very detrimental to your progress. So for once, you alpha male, you big ass strong male, I just need you to allow yourself to feel this emotion. We're not gonna do this all the time. I'm not telling you to just sit in a room and cry and have people bring you ice cream. No, none of that. But I do need you to allow yourself to feel that emotion just one time. Get it all out. Feel everything you need to. If you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. You need to cry, cry. Just do it. The first step, it is very key for you to just not only acknowledge these emotions, but surrender to them and fully feel them. And look, if you'll just trust me throughout this entire process, you'll see that we're going to be able to let these emotions go and move past them and eventually get to our goals. So moving on. So now that you've fully felt that emotion, now that you've fully acknowledged it, that's great. But look, we ain't got time to be crying and doing all that kind of stuff. So it's time for that emotion to go. It ain't got to go home, but it's got to get the hell out of here. We gave it our time. We gave it our attention for a little while, but now it's got to go. Now, I don't want you to release this emotion in an unhealthy way, because that's what a lot of people do, or a lot of people choose to maybe suppress that emotion. That's not what I want from you, because if you suppress emotions, yeah, they may work for a little bit. That is a temporary solution. But at some point in the future, down the line, it's going to come up, and it's going to come up a lot stronger than it was if you had just dealt with it and addressed it in the first place. Now, I'm going to give you a strategy, but I want you to keep in mind, everybody releases in a couple different ways. Here's what I recommend. I recommend you either record yourself or you get out a piece of paper and you start writing what I'm about to tell you. What I want you to do is I want you to take out that piece of paper and I want you to write down every single thing that you can think of that is contributing to your negative situation or emotion. Literally, write down every single thing that you can think of. I want you to write out how your life is right now, negative circumstances and all. I want it all. Give me all the details. Write it all out. When you get done, I want you to take a look at that paper. Read it. Acknowledge that paper. That is how your life is right now. But guess what? That is not how your life has to continue to be. That is what your life is right now. It ain't how it have to be. Now, I want you to take that piece of paper. I want you to read, and I want you to take everything that's contributing to your negative circumstance, everything that's contributing to your emotion. Look at each one, and I want you to ask yourself, is this serving me? Now, that's not too much of a hard question, because my guess is most of the things on that list, because you are in a negative situation, are not serving you. So this is going to be really enlightening for you. This is going to be eye-opening for you. Anyway, moving on to the next step. So what we've done is we felt the emotion, we acknowledged it, we wrote down how our current situation is. That's where we are right now. The next thing for us to do is release that. Now, I don't care how you do it, but I need you to do something that symbolizes this old life is gone. This is no longer who I am. And I'm moving on to something new, and I'm moving on to something that serves me. So I don't care if you rip up the piece of paper. I don't care if you put the paper in the shredder. I personally burned my paper. I had all those things that were negative about what's going on in my life. I read them, I acknowledged them, then I burned the paper. And that's symbolizing to me that this is no longer the life I'm going to live. This is no longer the life that serves me. I'm moving to something different. Now, guys, this may sound corny, it may sound whack, but you would be shocked at what kind of symbol this provides for you, for your subconscious mind. When you do something as powerful as ripping that paper up, burning it, you are showing yourself that you are moving on. Just trust me for once. Just do it. Thank you. Now, in this one, I want you guys to do the exact opposite of the last section. We wrote all that stuff out. We acknowledged it. We read it. But you know what? All that is dead and gone. That past life, that past trauma, that past emotion, that circumstance is holding you back. It is dead and gone, at least in our minds. So instead of reflecting and acknowledging all those things, it's time to start looking to the future. It's time to start building and creating the version of you want, the circumstances that you want, the emotions that you want to feel. So on this new piece of paper, I want you to write down how you would want the situation to turn out. What is the ideal situation that you would have in your life at this point? I want you to write down how would the greatest version of yourself behave in that situation. What would you be doing? I need you to really imagine these things. I need you to really imagine these things. Show me, write down, tell me what you would be doing and how you would be acting if things were going your way. And then lastly, I want you to write down what the greatest version of yourself will be doing if it wasn't so tied down and bogged down with all the energy and negative emotions that you had in the past. How much free energy would you have? How much better would you feel? And then what would you be doing with that? And once you get done writing that down, I want you to take that paper and I want you to read it. Read it, really read it and visualize what your greatest ideal version of yourself would be like, how that person would handle things, how that person would do things. Really embody that. And then I just want you to choose two things. I want you to choose to let go of that negative emotion or circumstance that we were talking in the past. And then I want you to choose that this version of yourself, this new circumstance, this new emotion that you've written down on the paper is how you're going to go forward. The new reality that you've created for yourself mentally is the new version of how you're going to be or how you're going to handle that situation. Life ain't nothing but a choice. You got to make the decision that the old life is gone for you and that this new one is where you're headed. It's that simple. Now, you've created this new life for yourself, and those 4 steps, they really got you a good solid start. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want you guys to have slip-ups or setbacks. So what you really need to do is reinforce this new version of yourself. If I were you guys and I really wanted change, and I really wanted my circumstances to change, or I didn't want to feel like I felt in the past, then I would make sure to read that version of myself that I created on that paper every day. What we're doing is reinforcing the thought patterns, the actions we want to take, the behaviors that we want to do. We're reinforcing that to our mind so that when it comes to real life situations, we can start to act and be like the person we wrote down on the paper. You got to reinforce this stuff so it sticks, period. Now, it's great that we've chosen a new path. Now that we've chosen to think, act, and feel in different ways. That's great. Everything is all roses. Everything is peachy. I love that for you. I love that energy. But if that was the end all be all, I would be lying to you. I wouldn't be telling you the truth right here. The truth is, it's going to be hard to maintain this new form. It's going to be hard to maintain this change. The truth is, those old emotions, that old circumstance, memories of some of your past traumas, those things are going to pop up. You cannot prevent this. But what you can do is remain aware. You can always be monitoring the thoughts that are crossing into your brain. You need to remain aware of those so that you can grab those and be like, no, this thought isn't serving me. No, this isn't who I am. No, I've changed. I'm different now. And then you can switch and flip those thoughts around to something more constructive, or flip those thoughts around and make it appear to be like the person you were writing down on the piece of paper. You see, that's the whole goal of this, guys, is to catch those unwanted thoughts. Those things that are being negative towards you, those things that are no longer serving you, catch them, release them, and then replace them with the thoughts that you wrote on the other paper, the life or the version of the life that you want to create. Start thinking those thoughts more repetitiously instead of the negative thought. Guys, I wouldn't be coming to you and putting this kind of video out if I didn't think it was true. Following these 6 steps is what helped me release a lot of inner demons, a lot of negative emotions and really bad circumstances from my life, and allowed me to really use my full self to go after my goals. Because I know going after your goals is already hard enough, but it's way harder if you got a bunch of baggage, a bunch of negative emotions weighing you down. And I promise you, these 6 steps are the exact thing I use to get over a lot of my circumstances, and which is why I've shown so much progress in some of my goals. So if it was for me, it's about to be Christmas. I don't know when I'm gonna release this video, but a Christmas present for class would be if y'all would just try some of these steps. Just do a little bit of them. Because I know y'all got some bent up and negative emotions that you need to let go of. Just try this for me. I promise it'll work. But anyway, guys, if you found value in this video, you know exactly what to do. Go ahead and hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, join the gang, gang, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. You know what it is. Your boy Glasses out. Peace.